against the cage.
The stoic Finn, Ville "Goat" Mankinen, has all the pieces of the MMA puzzle. All-around technical finesse, fight IQ, athleticism, strength, heart, and killer instinct.
Mä rakastan vapauttua sitä, että jos äkkiä menee, niin ei sieltä tule mietittyä mitään arkisia murheita. Pääsee hetkeksi eroon tätä kylmää maailmaa. Mulla on ihan sama käydäänkö ottelu pystyis vai mä oon tossa, niin mä pystyisin ottelun voittamaan. Mun tuleva vastustaja on semmonen vahva jässikkä, nuori kaveri. Ottanut ihan kovia matseja kuitenkin. Kova vastustaja tulee olemaan.
Keir Harvey from Scotland is a dynamic and technical striker and a creative submission artist. On featherlight feet, he moves in and out as if on fast forward and effectively mixes sharp striking and technical wrestling.
I would describe myself as a pressure fighter. I like to bring the fight to my opponent, mix up my boxing and my wrestling, and when it hits the mat, I've got a very aggressive jiu-jitsu style.
Mä oon mun vastustaja parempi vapaa-ottelemaan.
Honestly, I don't think too much about my opponent. He seems decent in most areas, especially probably against the cage with wrestling, but other than that, I see holes in his game and I'm going to exploit them.
While both men are highly skilled in all areas of fighting, sometimes it comes down to who wants it more.
I'm predicting a first or second round finish. I'm bringing the fight to him and I'm going after it.
Mä veikkaan, että tää ottelu päättyy lopetusvoittoon mun hyvä toisessa erässä.
Will Stone Cold Mankinen extend his winning streak to 5, or will Harvey be able to steal the Finn's momentum? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Ville Mankinen versus Keir Harvey.
To the blue corner, Keir Harvey!
All right, entering the cage to this banger of a walking track, we have Scotland's own Keir Harvey. He made his pro debut in December of 2018 where he submitted Hossein Gorbani with a second round arm triangle. However, he's currently coming off of a draw versus Vince Bembe in July of last year. That was in South Africa, in EFC Africa. He has never been finished. He has a ton of amateur experience. And he also holds a first-round submission over British prospect Mani Akpan. That is definitely a very nice feather in that Scottish cap of his. Fast technical striking mixed in with some great submissions. And of course, he trained under James Doolan. So he is definitely a very exciting prospect, one worth keeping an eye on, that is for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, he's got very dangerous submissions. I think that that's something for Mankinen to watch out for, of course, because Mankinen does like to wrestle a good deal. He is, though, coming in off of about a year off, or a little over a year, actually, is Keir Harvey. So that is also something to pay close attention to.
Yeah, of course, inactivity is definitely an
Keir
aspect
Harvey!
worth considering. But hitting in here, he said of Ville Mankinen, I see holes in his game and I will exploit them. We'll see if that's the case.
Yeah, one thing to say it, another thing entirely to make it so.
Yep.
To the red corner, Ville Mankinen!
You know, Sebastian, I'll be honest with you, it feels almost sacrilegious to speak over the song, but it must be done. It must be done. Ville Mankinen now making his way to the cage ever so slowly, it would appear. They call him Goat Mankinen. They also call him Stoneface 2.0. That, of course, being an allusion to Tom Stoneface Niinimäki, the Finnish mixed martial arts legend and UFC veteran. Mankinen, you know, well, you can see from his stoic demeanor that he is very similar in both appearance and stature to Tom Niinimäki there in his corner. Also in his corner tonight, we have Mikael Hulk Sealander, the retired mixed martial arts legend and fashion icon, as it were. Mankinen, very, very powerful takedowns. He's got that hard-nosed style, right? And it absolutely shows. He's got very physically, he's placed a great emphasis on his development as athletically, not just as a fighter. So he's got, of course, the acumen as a fighter, the technical skills, but he's also got a high degree of physicality and a very, very athletic figure, as you can see. That comes with a lot of power, both for takedowns and for striking.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'm sure he's coming in with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's had a string of canceled fights leading up to this. He was supposed to fight P.P. Azadi amongst others last year that didn't materialize, but here he is now. And let's take a listen to the tail of the tape. As you can see there, the reach advantage is pronounced with the Finn. He is also 3 years the senior of the Scott Keir Harvey. And aside from that, pretty similar stats. So I say let's get this show on the road.
I don't know. Looking at these two, I'm not sure. Do I believe the reach advantage?
In the blue corner, fighter with a professional record of 5 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, weighing 67.6 kilos, fighting out of Whitburn, Scotland, Keir Harvey! In the red corner, Finnish fighter with a professional record of 4 wins and 2 losses, weighing 68 kilos, representing O3 fight team, fighting out of Turku, Finland, Ville Goat Mankinen!
Here we have it, Keir Harvey and Ville Mankinen now both in the cage and ready to have that cage door shut and the action commence.
Oh yeah, this should be a very fun fight. They both have exciting fighting styles. Both prefer to keep it outside the hands of the judges, and I think if that manages to be the case here tonight, everyone's a winner, or almost everyone rather.
Almost, yeah. You know, and Mankinen has been successful in that endeavor in his last 3 fights. You know, last fight was against Robert Nystrom, who he beat via Kimura in round 2. Before that, Georgi Gogochuri, triangle choke, round 1. Before that, Saba Makhaidze, ground and pound, round 1. Let's see, does this go the distance?
Well, they both predicted first or second round finishes, and right now it is the Finn, it is the Finnish Goat on the hunt here against the Scotsman.
Hard leg kick. Looks like he throws a right hand. Good blitz forward for Keir Harvey. Another low leg kick and return fire from Harvey. Mankinen pressuring forward. Gauging distance, shoots the takedown, goes for a single leg, turns it to a high crotch, almost dumps him, but does not manage to do so. And Harvey has some defense in mind.
Yeah, he's trying to turn the corner there. Remains to be seen if he can achieve it.
This is where the physicality of Mankinen comes in.
I mean, just based on, you know, body type, you would think that Mankinen perhaps was stronger wrestler, yeah, and he is out of danger of being reversed there.
But Harvey, you know, very wily, aware, early in the fight. Takedown defense not to be trifled with. Mankinen, patient. Has one underhook. Let's see what he manages to do here. Harvey seems to not care too much for our praise of the physicality of Mankinen as he reverses position, but not for long.
Nice
Good knee up the middle, yeah. Stiff jab for Harvey, and a leg kick from both fighters.
Oof. Vicious exchange. If they continue fighting this way, it's definitely not going the distance.
Mankinen snaps his head back with the jab, eats a low kick. Another low kick for Mankinen. Harvey pumping that jab, gauging distance. Giving Mankinen something to think about. Mankinen covers up there. Oh, hits him again with the jab. Oh, hard shot to the body for Harvey.
I love that lead left to the body there.
Return fire from Mankinen.
It's almost like a mirror match at times.
Wild spinning back kick from Mankinen. Low kick as well.
There's a definite tension in the air here as these two throw everything they've got into each striking exchange.
Oh, the third right hand for Ville Mankinen, and he starts to apply the pressure. Harvey is hurt. Can he hang in here? He's rattled, and he's got that elbow right in the throat from Mankinen.
Plenty of time to work here. 1.5 minutes left of the first round. I wonder if perhaps it would be wise to maybe let him up, because so far, Harvey kind of neutralizing a little bit, and he's getting time to regain his composure.
I think Mankinen is about to apply that elbow. Yep, he does. I'm still not convinced Harvey is all the way there. That was a hard shot, and he dropped him hard. Mankinen did say he anticipated he would finish this fight in the second round.
That's right, yeah.
So let's see what happens there. I think he'll take a first round victory if he can get it.
Yeah, something tells me that would be more important than his prediction. And some blood seemingly coming from, I think, the mouth of Harvey, perhaps.
Perhaps the nose.
Could be nose, yeah.
Harvey seems to have at least partially regained his composure. But that's a hard shot to come back from.
And those are some unpleasant shots to get as well. Looks like he might be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. No, abandons it.
I think he's trying to survive here.
Just over 10 seconds left. Harvey trying to set something up from the bottom, trying to go for an armbar by the looks of things, but
nothing doing for Harvey late in the rounds, but he's back to his feet and composed. Mankinen really put the heat on him, though, with that shot.
oh, definitely. It was like a close competitive fight up until that one strike that completely changed the course of battle.
And Mankinen's physicality, that is always an option on the table. You cannot, this is what's at stake. That hard right hand dropped Harvey.
Yeah. I mean, that was picture perfect the way that he landed it.
Oh, big right hand drops Harvey. Mankinen tries to finish the show, but Harvey shows good awareness and is able to close the distance between them and keep him locked up for as long as he needs to recover.
Well, if the second round is anything like that first round, then we are in for a treat.
Mankinen looks stone-faced, calm and composed. Harvey looks a bit intense. Ooh, another stiff jab from Mankinen.
Well, Harvey's got to know that he's fighting an uphill battle, that, that he lost that first round. I'm sure he's eager to sort of get back into the fight.
Can't be too eager. Put yourself in position, trying to make a point and show you're still in this and get clipped with another shot like that. That's very dangerous. But he's no slouch on the feet. Very beautiful form here and a good left hook there. Oh, solid blitz there. Oh, and a hard left of his own, showing Mankinen what's what.
And Harvey swarming him there.
But Mankinen is still in this. If we're talking about degrees of rocked, that was a little bit different than what happened to Harvey. Mankinen trying to regain his feet here, trying to wall walk. Harvey pulls his hips out from underneath him, pulls him to the mat in earnest, and now starts the process of taking the back. Very dangerous spot to be in. And it almost looked like Ville Mankinen helped him get the arms or the body triangle.
Yeah, right. That was kind of a weird look. Could have just been a tactical error. Or...
Yeah, I think he was trying to hold on to that leg to prevent him from getting it, and he accidentally moved it right into the perfect spot. And now he's got 3 minutes in which to fight with a very, very motivated, very, very angry Harvey on his back.
Yeah. Well, it's like he wanted revenge for what happened there in that first round, and it looks like he got it.
That was the feeling that I got. There was a look of intensity. You know, and how does Mankinen do with adversity is a good question, because sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail. And thus far, he's largely been the hammer in his last 4 matches.
Yeah, precisely.
I wouldn't quite say he doesn't have a look of concern, but it doesn't seem the stoic, stone-faced calm precisely. A subtle change in the visage.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of urgency now on the face of Mankinen.
Yeah, Mankinen doesn't like being here. I mean, no one would, but he's doing what he needs to do. He needs to get rid of that body triangle or turn into Harvey. Fighting the hands, though, to make sure that the rear naked choke doesn't become a readily available option for Keir Harvey, which is highly recommended.
Yeah, and it looks like the referee warning for inactivity.
Harvey slowly looking to get a hand under the chin, or an arm rather. Hard shots from Harvey to the body.
Oh yeah, you can hear him all the way over here.
Yeah, exerting no small amount of effort on those, though.
And Mankinen, it looks like he's trying to turn into his opponent, but it's going to be so hard with that body triangle applied.
Yeah, for sure, and you know, he's a bit thick around the core, so that I think complicates things a bit.
Yep.
1 minute.
That might have been another miscalculation. I'm not sure, does he... Oh no, he's able to spin, yeah. There you have it. And Mankinen now on top, ready to become the hammer once again.
He was waiting for the right opportunity, and he got it. Let's see what he can accomplish
but
here.
Harvey is looking to scramble fast and furious. Mankinen's just disdainful with that knee. Mankinen, hard elbow. Oh, another hard elbow. And a third,
He is punishing
You don't
Harvey.
want to take many of those if you're Harvey. Short time here, only a few seconds remaining. And another elbow. Oh, Mankinen really driving that one home.
I mean, just as exciting as the first round.
So did not live up to the second round finish as he claimed, but that was very, very exciting. Once he was able to get back to the feet, he showed, hey, you got the best of that ground exchange, but have a couple of these for good measure.
Yep. Let's take a look at some of that action. See if it was a left hand, a right,
Left
and then
hook.
another hook.
Oh. Beautiful left hook. Sat down Ville Mankinen and a blitz forward. Oh, Mankinen, though, eyes clear, firing back.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit, eyes squinting a bit there, but he was ready to stand in the pocket and trade if Harvey hadn't gone for that takedown. Here he gets clipped, sits down, covers up for a second, and immediately starts throwing back. But then Harvey mixes things up and goes for that double leg.
And
here's the jumping knee from Mankinen.
Which, I mean, from a tactical aspect, is ill-advised.
Ill-advised, but you know what? Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead.
Oh, I am in complete agreement. I mean, this is a balls-to-the-wall type of fight for sure.
And I think it really does come down to this third round. I think it could very well be 1-1.
Yeah. One knockdown apiece, it makes sense.
Both of these guys still fresh, still throwing hard. Impressive. Stiff jab by Harvey. Mankinen shoots for a takedown.
Looks like he's gonna get it. He's got his hands clasped together.
I'm not sure if that's how I would advise Mankinen to proceed, but he does have the advantageous position now. Can he keep it is another question. I know he's a solid wrestler with good positional control, but I have my reservations. I feel his grappling acumen, his takedowns are the stronger suit in comparison to the control, but I have been fooled before. He's in on the hips there. Got control of the legs.
Yeah, scoops up the legs, turns his opponent down towards the canvas.
Settles down into, is it side control here, or does he have that leg under? Okay, nope, Harvey is up. If I were Mankinen, there's, okay. You know what, forget what I was gonna say. A hard elbow in there. Mankinen covers up a bit, shells up and tries to dig for that body.
Now it's Harvey going for the takedown.
And Mankinen doing his best to avoid. Mankinen trying to spin out of there without that underhook. That's a very difficult proposition.
Just now, people can take a bit of a breather. Some good shots in the clinch there, though, from Harvey.
Yes, certainly. Mankinen hits the switch and is now in top position. Let's see if he's able to do anything with it in this last 2 3/4 minutes. Mankinen with that front headlock position.
No submission comes out of it, though.
Yeah, nothing there.
I mean, it's probably still anybody's fight right now.
Yeah, Mankinen might do best to disengage, try and get this into the open so that he doesn't endanger himself by his back is now thoroughly taken. Is he able to spin into it? Okay, he's up on his feet. I would take this opportunity maybe to disengage, but he doesn't. He says, look, to hell with your advice.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing in here. And he's got the neck, but I don't believe that, there's no submission there.
Nope. I think perhaps he might regret not disengaging from that position now because this is bad for the Finn.
Yeah, of course, I'm not saying this is the case, but I think it's very easy to get caught up in the momentary victory you're pursuing of, let me hit the switch, let me get the takedown, and then forget entirely about the context of the fight as a whole.
He's got one hook in, does Harvey.
Looks like both actually now.
Oh, does he have both? Yeah.
No. Who knows? It's a mystery.
No, I think it's just for one hook.
Yeah.
Now he's got both.
I saw 2 feet earlier. That's why I was thinking, is this 2 hooks? Unfortunately, though, this last bit of positional control, you know, recency bias and all that might weigh heavy on the minds of the judges. So if Mankinen is not able to kind of secure a position or a moment late in the fight, this third round could very well go to Keir Harvey, which I believe would solidify the fight for him.
He got high and he almost sort of shrugged Harvey off of him, but he's still not out of danger just yet.
Yeah, there's not enough time here for him to do anything meaningful, I think.
Final 10 seconds.
I would not have been mad if this one had been scheduled for 5-minute rounds.
Oh, I don't think anyone would have been.
That was exceptional. Both fighters had their moments. Hard to say how that fight went. I think those last few moments for Keir Harvey might have secured the win for him.
Yeah, I do suspect that is the case.
A little playful kick from Goat Mankinen.
Yeah.
Hey, come here and give me a hug.
And he's right back to his stone-faced self. I love it.
Yeah, excellent performance from both fighters. I would have loved to have seen even more of that. I think, you know, a 5-round fight would have been spectacular. Would love to see some of those on occasion here at Cage.
Oh, absolutely.
Boom, hard right hand from Mankinen and a left behind it. But Harvey is in it. Resets. And then here you have the moment up against the cage where Mankinen tried for a spinning elbow, but only was able to really succeed in giving up his back. Then he's taken down, and Keir Harvey gets a solid, you know, few moments of positional control, which, of course, he ended the round, the third and final round, on the back of Ville Mankinen. Show of respect from the coach of Keir Harvey.
Yeah, nothing but respect after 3 rounds of pure war here inside the cage in the House of Culture.
Yeah, a lot of action there. Very exciting moment in the first round where Ville Mankinen secured a beautiful knockdown and then returned fire from Keir Harvey, had his knockdown in the second round, and then quite a bit of positional control taking the back of Ville Mankinen. And then finally in that third round, of course, it ended with Keir Harvey on Ville Mankinen's back.
Well, let's see how the judges have it. Let's hear it for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fighting, we got the judges' decision. Judge 1 scored this fight 28-29 Harvey. Judge 2 scored this fight 29-28 Mankinen. Judge 3 scored this fight 28-28, and the final result is split draw.
Second split draw of the evening, but you know what? I think that's a far better call than the first split draw, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
Not a professional.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
No, and you know, that's another fight that, like I said, I would have loved to see 5 rounds, or I would have loved to have seen that, you know, run that back. Yeah. That was exciting. Neither of these guys takes an L tonight, a split draw, and a phenomenal highlights for both of them. I think this was actually great. This was phenomenal. Now the interview. Let's hear what Mankinen has to say.
Ville, täyteen aikaa mentiin ja tasuri. Kerro vähän ajatuksia.
No, tasuri tuli. Siihen pystyttiin tänään
Kyllä sinne päästä päähän mentiin ja sekä pystyottelu että matossa. Varsinkin tuo viimeinen erä oli aika huikeeta kääntöä koko ajan. Että mitä itse tuntui, oliko pystyssä vai matossa tänään sun mielestä itselle parempi?
No niin kuin sanoit, että tilanteet vaihteli. Että välillä meni pystys hyvin ja välillä matossa. Vaikea kaveri, sitkeä kaveri.
Tämmöstä on seuraavaa kohti.
Tätä tää on. Kiitoksia.
Ville Mankinen!
You are about to experience the cage.